It says you are streaming. Have you started the stream?
There we go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the AM3 Championship here on Contest with Speed. I was just waiting for the confirmation there, Warren. That's why I was quiet. I am your host, Deathstorm. And alongside me, as always, is my teammate in AM2 and my co-commentator for this season, Mr. E. Warren.
Howdy, friends.
How you doing this weekend, man? Well, I can't say this is a weekend anymore, but...
living life, living nice. Got some finals assignments I need to finish up in the next few days, but other than that, we're kind of chilling. Off to Florida next week. So we lit.
Nothing wrong with that. Tonight we are racing at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City, Mexico. Arriba. This track, 4.3 kilometers in length or 2.6 miles, has 17 turns, capacity crowd of 110,000, which even in the virtual world, as you see, there's fans moving all over the place, so you know. Mexico loves their Formula One, especially with Checo. This track opened in November of 1959 and currently holds 3 events, one of which being the Mexico City Grand Prix, the Formula E in Mexico, and NASCAR. I believe they run the trucks in the National Series here as well. So, lap record around here is held by Valtteri Bottas with a 1:17.774 in the Merc W12 in 2021. And that's all I have really for track notes. I know this was an older track back in the day. The last turn where the baseball section is now was rounded off and banked, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be completely wrong. Lap data is what I wanted. Okay.
I think the last corner is, but in the stadium section it's completely flat, because I think they still hold baseball games there.
Yeah, well, it's now completely flat, but it used to be banked back in the 80s with, like, Nelson Piquet, Ayrton Senna, and whatnot. But anyway, before we get too deep into the action here in quali, just a little bit of notes from last week. The podium was Red Mask winning in Portugal. DK was second. He was reserving from AM2 due to low attendance from the AM3 side. And Chambly rounded out the podium. There were quite a few incident reports as well from last week. I'll just kind of sum of them up for you. There was 2 from Woodjay and Orlando. One was for contact on track, and then there was another one for an illegal overtake. Wow, starting to sound like my 3-year-old. Illegal overtake off the track. Orlando was assessed 2 different penalties, 10 seconds plus 2 penalty points for the contact, and 5 seconds plus 1 penalty point for the off-track overtake. Safety car issue between BK and Red Mask was ruled no further action necessary. Orlando also early on, I believe it was lap 4 of the GP last week, did a reset to track and was awarded 10 extra seconds off of it on his time at the end of the race. And the big bugaboo, which is why you only see 13 as you see Raptors spin out in the S's here. The big bugaboo was an intentional DNF on track from one of the debutants from last week, Snitsky in the Ferrari. He was awarded a race ban and 3 penalty points for tonight for the intentional DNF on the front straight, which was directly responsible for the safety car coming out. So that's why there's only 13, and Snitsky is not here tonight. Going through some of this, we did have 2 or 3 guys scheduled for their season debuts here in Contest of Speed and AM3. D11 Marsh will be teammates with Black Hammer in the Alfa Romeo. I did get to run a little bit of a practice with him. I didn't get to see him set a lap time, however, because I kind of popped out of the session right beforehand. So I don't know what his pace is truly going to be. We'll see either later on tonight in the quality session or later on in the race what his is like. We have Racer Guy 450 who was supposed to be here in the lobby tonight. He is paired up in the Ferrari with Snitsky, as well as Kiss My LZ11. I think that's his username. He will be in the Aston Martin. So we still have one seat available in the AlphaTauri, and actually, as a matter of fact, that might be taken. We're going to have that in the works. I don't want to dispose that information out too soon, too quickly, on the off chance something might happen. So hopefully after the break, after the break in France, we will have a completely full roster here in AM3, which is lovely to see.
On pace to bring back AM4.
So with that being said, the standings fall as this. BK still leads on 75 points. Red Mask and Sean Boy both have 55, but Red Mask is in second on countback. Whit J is in fourth with 53. Jay Walker has 30. Guru 30 as well. Jay Walker has a tiebreaker on countback. Captain America has 20. Severe Scott has 20. And if Warren, if you don't mind sending an invite to Racer Guy, he just told me he's popping on now. Hopefully his link will be good, so he should be all right. Captain America has 20. Severe Scott has 20. Ike Junior Gaming has 10. Arkaka has 10. Black Hammer has 10. Lightning McCrown has 8. Raptors has 1. Karsten, Snitsky, Racer Guy, D11 Marsh, and Kiss My LZ. Of course, obviously, they don't have any points yet, given the fact they either debuted or just struggled all week. As Karsten Chong, oh my god, caught that on stream too in the S's. That's going to be a problem tonight, the S section, I think. So Karsten's out of the session already in quali, as D11 Marsh sets a 117.3, only a tenth behind BK there for provisional pole. Before I get too further into that, we have for the team standings, Haas has 130, Red Bull 108, Ferrari has 66, Mercedes 64, Aston Martin 32, McLaren 30, Williams 30, Alfa Romeo 28, AlphaTauri 13, and Alpine 10. The midfield seems to be pretty tightly packed up here in AM3, according to the standings and everything else. So this will be interesting down to the second and third sixth of the season. What is your notes so far, or your thoughts, or whatever?
Oh, I don't really have any yet. I'm trying to get a Racer Guy in here still, because I was on a friend of his. So I'm trying to...
Okay. Yeah, his username is Racer Guy 450.
Yeah.
BK, if you hear me in the stream and you're in the pit, try to send him another invite just to be on the safe side. If you would please, BK. If you, there he goes.
I was not able to get him an invite. BK's just that fast.
BK, yes. Racer Guy, please, for the love of God, pick Ferrari. So yeah, we have 2 debutantes tonight here at Mexico City. Again, I think... What was pole time in EU3, or did you not catch it? I
did not get it.
I think
We're
it was...
We're gonna assume it's fast.
I actually think it was somewhere in the somewhere in the 16s, maybe 16.8, but I'm not entirely too sure. Perry the dog, holy moly! I haven't heard from you in ages, brother. How you doing? Let's see. We got 9 minutes left in quali here. 4 drivers out on 4 drivers in the pits. 6 drivers in the pits now. Red Mask is on an outlap. D11 Marsh is out on another outlap. Well, I'm doing well over here. I mean, my AM2 status hasn't been doing so hot the last couple of seasons, but Hey, I'm still hanging around, still playing the game. Now I'm up here on the commentary booth in another tier, so fun Deathstorm times. I'm in, but spectating qualifying. Okay, so what you're racer guy, what you're going to do is when you have the menu, you're going to go over to the one of the available Ferraris, obviously. Either go to Leclerc's or Science's car. You're going to pick the option to take control of it. So it's going to be the top bar, and then it'll give you the option to take control of the car. You should be able to do it from there. Vroomy vroom vroom vroom.
Vroom vroom. Love the vroom vroom.
Yeah, if your EU poll was a 16.5. Thank you, Electric Blade. Thank you. 16.5. I was close to 16.7.
Screw you, Electric.
Don't say that. That's our Hendrick teammate in NASCAR.
Screw that.
Good jeez. But listen, guy, you see the grid up here. If you're watching the stream on the top right-hand corner, how I have the spectator menu up, there's going to be a little thing underneath the names of the cars. You see how I have Charles Leclerc, perfect example, AI Charles Leclerc. You hit X, and then it'll tell you to take control of that car. It'll give you that option. So hopefully he'll be able to do that with 7 minutes left to go. So with that being said, I'm missing a little bit of on-track action here. Get that out of there. D11 Marsh, I guess he, BK just let him by. Yeah, BK just let him by. D11 Marsh is going to be coming. He says he can't do it. Oh boy. D11 Marsh at the pole. Wow, with a 117.1. Let's see what BK can do to answer, unless he's about ready to go on a flying lap now. Let's ride on board with the Haas driver. Very good. I don't like this camera angle. All the camera angles, for the most part, in F1 2022 don't compare to ACC.
I knew you'd say that.
Dude, my favorite one's the helicopter cam. I can see everything. I could see everything.
I got super lucky during the Baku stream because I just kept getting helicopter cam after helicopter cam. You know, with how long they've had esports going, you'd think they'd set up a helicopter cam that you could use.
I know, right?
Make spectating a little bit easier.
Okay, let's see what BK is going to do. Oh, as he invalidates through the last part of the S section there. Oi, 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 oi. That's going to be a tough thing to nail tonight. It's gonna hit a lot of track limits for sure. Red Mask coming through the stadium section now. See what Red Mask was just diving in. Okay, so he was on his in lap. Severe Scott.
Severe Scott.
He's battling right now for top rookie honors with Captain America. They're both tied with 20, so
as reigning AM3 champion, Tin Man found his way back into AM3 as he's on his flying lap.
Oh, Severe Scott bends it into the wall. He loses his front wing. Oh my god, I can't even talk tonight. He loses his front wing, but he's still going, so that's a good thing. So he's not out of there yet. You said Tin Man was on a lap?
No, he just finished his lap.
Okay, so he's 8/10 down, so yeah, he's on that. Let's see, Scott's going to be coming back to the pits. Raptors spun out and validated as well, so there's that. Everybody's pretty much going to be setting up for their final runs at this point in time. I don't know how I don't know if Racer Guy needs help trying to set up, but he can't seem to get into the car.
Not sure.
But yeah, it'll be. Yeah, all you have to do is hit a car. You go to one of the AI Ferraris, you hit X, then it gives you this option right here. I can't do it because I'm spectating.
Ooh. Did he hit spectate instead of join session?
Oh, did he hit spectator before? Ooh.
I mean, he'd still be able to back out and jump back in, and just is he able to do it before qualifying starts? Yeah, he may have hit.
That might be the thing. Did you select the?
I knew it.
Back out. Send him another invite. Back out and rejoin without hitting that.
Again, it's not set.
Back it. There he goes. There he goes. He's listening. Perfect. 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 So we're gonna back out of this.
Oh, refresh. Maybe that'll help.
BK, one more time, please. I'm sorry.
Not seeing it.
I know you're into the pits, and oh no, he's just coming out now. I think. Gosh, he can't do that.
Yeah, I can get him. I can get him.
You can get him. Please do. Thank you, sir.
I can try.
You may need to look up his EA thing.
It's weird. No, it's not even AI because I go to invite and I go to friends and his name's not on there.
There
you go.
He's in. He's in. He's not going to be able. Yeah, he's not going to be able to set a time, so he's going to be back in 14th. But select Charles Leclerc's car and at least get your setup in.
Here comes the E. Warren Imola replica race.
Oh my gosh.
He's not dodging tornadoes, but waking up from a nap.
So he could get a setup on his car, and that'll be good for him. And as Mr. Ben is in the chat there, rooting on his Haas compadre.
Oh, BK.
Oh, what the heck? Racer Guy, you left again. He's not gonna. If he doesn't join within the next minute or so, he's in trouble.
Yeah, but it really sent an invite, so even if you needed an invite, well, I was sending one.
Yeah, do it real quick. Yeah, he needs to make sure he gets on that. He gets into that car fairly quickly. Otherwise, he's in trouble. There's only 33 seconds left. Everybody's pretty much on the track with the exception of Gru and Tin Man here. BK is on his final flying lap. Let's stay on board with the Haas. The top three are separated by only 0.2 of a second, so low-key tight qualifying, at least from the front end. Top seven are separated by 0.8 of a second. See what BK's first sector time is going to be here, if he improves or not. He's marginally improved at best here.
Let me send him an invite. It's weird.
Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. BK setting up through the S's here as qualifying has officially ended. Sector 2 time. He is up by 0.2. So right now he's up by 0.2. So he's looking at provisional pole if he can keep the car together through the stadium section, get early on the throttle, turn 16, come through turn 17.
Racer Guy, if you can go to my...
let's see what he's got. BK gets there, 16.8. 16.8 from BK takes provisional pole.
If you can go to just somebody you're following's profile and request a join, we can give you an invite through that.
If any, yeah.
Because I can't seem to figure it out for the life of me.
I don't know. I'm not gonna have enough time, unfortunately. Unless BK could get him in ASAP Rocky in like the next minute. But I don't think it's gonna be enough time. So yeah, with that being said, qualifying is over. BK's on pole. D11 Marsh is in P2, Red Mask P3, Sean Boy's P4, Gru P5, Captain America P6, Tin Man P7, Witch P8, Arkaka P9, Raptors P10, Severe Scott P11, Black Hammer P12, and rounding out the field is Carson Chong, who unfortunately DNF'd in the S's, it seemed, I believe it was. As always, predictions, podium predictions, safety car predictions, always welcome in the chat. I'll start with you, Warren. What do you got? Oh, I didn't even see Raptors get a 5-place grid penalty either, so technically now Raptors is going to be in the back of the field. But anyway,
kind of liking that front three. I don't know if it changes very much.
So you're going to go...
I'll just take that front three.
BK, Marsh, and Red Mask?
BK, Marsh, Red Mask, yeah.
Okay.
BK looked a step above from everybody else during quali.
I'm actually gonna change because I haven't seen I haven't seen D Marsh enough yet. I'm gonna stay BK myself winning tonight, finally breaking the jinx. I'm gonna go Red Mask P2. And, oh boy. Do I want to put Sean Boy P3?
I forgot something. We need to get it. Oh, please tell me it's still pulled up.
I'm gonna put Marsh P3. So I'm just flipping flipping second and third. Ideally, though, on this racetrack, you don't want to be first. Coming into turn one.
If you think first or last.
Yeah, but it's one of the longer dives in turn one, so you have slipstream that you're giving up. With that being said, we have 12 seconds before we have a little bit of a surprise for everyone. Once they get going on the formation lap, Warren, unleash the Kraken.
As we pull away for the formation lap. I don't know how loud it's quiet it's going to be, but here we go.
All right. Faintly hear it, but the mariachi band, Mexico City, gotta love it, gotta love it. Tire strat is almost pretty well straightforward. D Marsh, Sean Boy, Arkaka and Severe Scott on the mediums. Carson Chong on the softs. Everybody else is on the hards. I have a little bit of a game plan for tomorrow night, if I could actually survive.
If you want to go to Ingles, start from BK and then go to Red Mask on race start.
I got a decent one from BK, actually, from the front. And away we go here. 5 red lights and away we go here at Mexico City. BK does get off the grid very well. So does Sean Boy. Holy crap. Sean Boy's on the inside of Red Mask going into 1, and that's a bad camera angle. We're just going to stay with BK here through turn 1. BK is going to be able to keep the lead without a challenge in a turn 1, which is very hard to do here in Mexico. A little bit calamity in the midfield. Sean Boy gets off the grid very well, but he got shuffled back to 5th. Grood, Captain America, fighting for 6th, and you can see the kerfluffle and the chaotic mess back here in the midfield between a whole slew of drivers here and trying to keep it clean through turn 1. Don't want to do a Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton. Carson Chong got off the grid very well as he got up into the 10th now. He was able to get past his teammate Scott and Raptors. Field spread out just a little bit here in the mid-pack. Top 3. Well, actually, no, not even the top 3. The top 2 ran away. Red Mask has already fallen 2.5 seconds off of D11 and BK. See what we got. BK's should lead into lap 1, 2. Lap 1 in a lap 2 with a 1:23.0. D Marsh, he's gonna have a run on the outside already. Lap 2, going into turn 1 in the Alfa Romeo, trying to make the overtake into turn 2. BK pinches it a little bit. BK is gonna have the inside of turn 3, runs him wide off the track here. Marsh doesn't get the move done. Oh my God, they make contact, and that's gonna give Marsh a decent run into the second part of the chicane, but DBK is going to have it on the inside here. He's going to try to force him off the track. Boys, it's only lap 2 of 36. You could simmer it down just a little bit. That's allowing Red Mask to start closing back in. He gained a second out of that, but he broke away from Woodjay. His teammate's playing a perfectly good teammate number 2 role here with the Red Bull Boys 3 and 4. And that's created a train all the way back to 8th place with Tin Man. Carson Chong's hanging on to 9th. Severe Scott's in 10th. Raptor's 11th. Black Hammer and Black Hammer's in 12th. He's actually making an overtake on Raptors as I speak. So, they both run wide off the track. Raptors is able to hold on to the position for now. Arkaka is only a second behind there as BK goes fastest again, 22.5. Red Mask 21.5. Oh wow, a second quicker, but that's because of the battle up front there. DRS is going to be enabled, but they're not going to be able to get to it until the 3rd DRS zone here in Mexico City, which is right after the S section, because the detection point for DRS zones 1 and 2 is actually right out of the baseball section. As D Marsh does get into the lead, he makes the move stick. BK, and oh wow, Black Hammer's already got a 3-second time penalty and it's only completed 2 laps.
Your bingo boards.
Oh boy, here we go. Penalty bingo tonight, boys. All but 2 in AU3 had penalties.
We're going for blackout tonight.
Oh man.
Bingo until you get blackout.
D11 Marsh has some pace. Holy moly, he's breaking away from BK already.
Could be the tire difference, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see when the roles reverse and BK's got the softer compound.
Yeah, it's true. Marsh does have the mediums compared to BK's hards. The long game will be in BK's favor as long as the safety car doesn't come out. I have a decent idea what I want to do tomorrow night in AM2. Hopefully I could actually
finish 11th probably.
That's not what I want to do. Thank you.
You know you love it. You love the attention.
I don't like that kind of attention. I want to sneak away with a couple podiums, but I just can't seem to lock a race together.
You can't seem to drive fast, that is your issue. Need to be faster.
If we get a certain track back in a Formula One game and we get it back on the calendar, I guarantee you we'd be 1-2.
The Hungaroring.
You know what track I'm talking about.
Hockenheim, that's what that's called.
No, that's not the track.
Track very fast.
Track that you're I'm fast and you're faster. You know exactly what track.
Sachi. Ah.
The name we don't want to say, but yes.
Sachi. Ah. We won't say the country, but just the city. Because, well, we don't like our human rights violations here.
No, we do not. Okay, so it seems like the battle pack forming.
Black Hammer's taking a spin in the S section, pulling out a
first
sector flag.
First victim of the infamous sector or the spin in the S's tonight.
That gap that Marsh has opened up as
Black Hammer retired on the. Did he crash?
Might have. I don't know.
And that brought out a safety car very early. Arcaka's gonna die, or not Arcaka. Raptors is gonna dive into the pits. Get off them hards. I don't think it, unless he's got damage. I don't see that being an issue. Yeah, he's got damage. There it is. Okay, that makes sense.
Does this lead to a medium soft strategy the rest of the way?
I'm thinking
still
that
making gains on that soft tire, so it's obviously not gone yet. It's 5 laps in.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking
way through the race.
Yeah, I'm thinking you could go medium the rest of the way now for sure, especially if you're Karsten. Or you can, that opens the door for the soft hard, and if there's another safety car, you could go bolt onto the medium. Somebody in EU3 did try to stretch a medium run 26 laps. He did fall 1 lap short. So if you're anywhere within the window of 20 laps to go, which would be lap 17, you might be able to make the mediums go the rest of the way. If you're good on tire wear.
If you can make the mediums go 20 laps, even 15 laps, that's lap 20. No, because then you have to do medium. Yeah.
Yeah, medium. That would be more feasible as Red Mask is pit going in. Witch went in behind him, so Red Bull's double stacking. Tin Man's in, Karsten's in. See what these guys go on. It'll be interesting. Red Mask is on the mediums. Witch is on the mediums. They're all gonna go medium. Arcaka's bolting on this. He's gonna go. Wow, he's gonna try one stopping from mediums to hards. Going off of that strat, thinking that he could go 30 laps on those hards. I don't know. That's a stretch and a half.
Okay, Lewis
Raptors is back in.
2019.
Raptors is back in. I think he might be going on to another set of mediums. That's going to be interesting. Is he replacing his wing? Yeah, he's replacing his wing. He didn't get a chance to replace it last time. So he's got a rubbered in set of mediums on top of a fresh set of mediums. So he could do that strat as long as there's another safety car and make that work. With that said, D11 Marsh is in the lead. BK is in second. His teammate Sean Boy is behind him in P3. Captain America is in P4. Gru's in P5. Severe Scott is in P6. Red Mask. Raptors has. Wow, track limits. That's a tough one. He must have just cut that corner completely. Red Mask got shuffled after the pit stop P7. Witchay's P8. Tin Man P9. Karsten P10. Arcaka P11. And then Raptors tailing the rest of the field. He's going through the one of my favorite parts of the track, actually. That little roundabout kink area. It's
a little bit of a love-hate relationship with that section of the track for obvious purposes.
No, you have a love-hate relationship with the one corner prior to that.
With an Alpha Tauri.
We had a
lawnmower, you could say.
We had an incident with a Honda lawnmower a couple seasons back in the stream that will never be seen because nobody could find it.
That does not exist.
Nobody had it.
There was nobody there to acknowledge the insaneness that was. Season 9 Mexico because a certain commentator friend.
No. A certain snake made the commentator fear himself and drink excessive amount of alcohol.
Oh, that snake's got to be here somewhere.
Man. So
Raptors in again.
Yeah, he's in again. I don't know what's going on with Raptors tonight.
Sir, you know to be in the front of the pack, you need to stop pitting. This isn't the let's see how many times we can come into the pits during a race strategy.
Actually, here's the funny part. In another league, and somebody in the chat knows this very well, I made a six-stop work to get a podium.
Yeah, not as cool as a 5-stop and then coming back from P13 to get a podium in 3 laps.
Yeah, yours was a little more impressive in Jeddah. We know. Okay, we know. And trust me, my ears are still ringing from the excitement that was Jeddah in season 10.
I still love the moment the lap before when I come through the last corner and you turn around and like, what?
Yeah, and both of us are just going, yeah!
Man,
so anyway,
I don't think I've ever been happier in a corners.
So anyway, safety car topic of note. Bahrain is this weekend.
Ooh,
Season
yes.
opener.
Yes.
Season opener.
I'll be watching a majority of practice and qualifying on a 27, 28 hour bus ride to the Tampa Bay, Florida area.
Ooh.
One of my teammates has S11 so we will be milking that as much as we can.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy, yeah. Nice little charter bus all the way halfway across the country.
Anywhere you go is halfway across the country because you're right smack dab in the middle of the
That's
country.
not necessarily true. You know what's not halfway across the country?
Ooh, Karsten Chong with 5 seconds. Oh, Raptors probably pit to get that 5-second penalty annulled.
Oh. That is in fact a strategy. And he got that Carson got that 5 second for the collision with Tin Man, so we'll see if he has any damage. It does not seem like it, at least not visible damage.
Right. So we got that taken care of. So yeah, that makes sense, but now he's on to the soft, so I don't know, unless he gets another safety car, the safety car is going to be in this lap. Racer guy has left the session. Again, apologies about that one with you, sir. I don't know what might have happened on your end. We'll get that adjusted. We do have a week break before Le Castellet.
Gross.
That should be a favorite track for you, Mr. I won a preseason race.
Yeah, on the original handling model, and then they screwed up any chance I had at winning a championship.
And D11 Marsh is off. BK got a great jump with him. The Alfa Romeo is trying to break the toe of the Haas. But it's not just one Haas boy, it's both of them. Oh my gosh, he's definitely got a low downforce setup because he is a bullet in a straight line. If BK is going to have any chance, he's going to have to catch him in a corner or catch a mistake.
It's going to be how much time can BK gain in that S section over Marsh, and that's the only reason he's going to be able to stay in it. Yeah,
not only that, it's just when those mediums fall off. Those mediums are going to start to fall off in probably about 4 or 5 laps time because of the safety car now. So BK could weather the storm until then, and those hards will come into play. Guys like Captain America, Gru, if they could build a gap to the mediums behind, or the medium compound runners around them, they might be able to go, and this might be a strat, hard to soft.
Gonna need some help on that one because he's gonna have to push it to
26
plus laps. Yeah, it's another 15 laps, 16 laps. He's gonna have to push if he wants to make that work.
Yeah.
Marsh on those mediums, I think it will force them. If BK would want to try that, I think that would force Marsh.
Right. We'll see how that develops. We'll see how that develops. I'm going to leave the front end battle for a second. We got a little bit of a battle here for P6 between Red Mask and Gru as Red Mask dives it up the inside of turn 1, gets the overtake done. Red Bull up into P6. His next target will be Severe Scott. He's only 8/10 of a second behind him. This might create a cork in a bottle situation. Sean Boy, Captain America, they're only separated by a second, and then it might create a bottleneck all the way back to P11 with Karsten Chong. And I mean, Arkaka's only a second and a half behind it as well. So if these guys battle and form a train, you could have a 4th through 11 train, or 3rd to 11 train, as the top 2 will just pull away.
As they already have, I think Sean Boy's playing the teammate game because he's got the pace on the guys behind, so he's kind of just backing him up. Because there's another 3/10 gone as Witchay takes a spin.
Witchay.
No, collision with Carson.
Yeah, Witchay and Carson. Oh, Carson's his tires are going to be hot as ever now. Just take it easy, take it easy. DRS has been enabled as Marsh crossed the line. BK is not going to have DRS for another half a lap, but if he stays within that 1 second range, he's going to have a decent shot to stay with them as everything goes. And Tin Man going on the outside of turn 1 on Gru. Great move by the Alpha Tauri getting in the P7. Gru starting to drop a little bit as Gru gets spun out, it looked like, by Raptors. I don't know if they made contact in the back. I didn't get a good enough camera angle there. But Gru got spun. Arkaka ended up taking P9 as a gift. Witchay is going to come around for that as Severe Scott gets a 3-second time penalty. So that's the 3rd penalty right now sitting on the board. And we're not even a quarter of the way through here. Or not even a quarter, not even a third of the way through. We're almost there. Sean Boy is backing these boys up. Captain America is literally on his gearbox.
Oh, Severe Scott's going to spin.
Scott spins out in the S's. Everybody be careful. That's going to be Gru going by him next. There's Gru. So he's up in the P9. Severe Scott's going to hang on to the points currently as Witchay and Carson are just getting through the S section. So as those tires cool off, Scott should be okay now. Let's reassume the battle up front here. Sean Boy is going to get overtaken by Captain America to get onto the podium right now. Great move by the Aston Martin into the Haas.
Captain America's unfortunately used the entirety of his battery pack as Carson's going to make another spin. Those tires are just not...
Yeah, those tires are gone. Those tires are gone, unfortunately, for Carson. His battery pack, as Warren said, is gone, but he's going to have the benefit now of those mediums going to be starting to drop off a little bit as Witchay. Oh, he retired in the pit lane. Okay. He retired in the pit lane.
Scary.
Calling it a night, unfortunately. So Tin Man's now. Red Mask is doing it alone for Red Bull now. As S11 Marsh has built a 2.5 lead, Captain America is almost 5 seconds back at BK there in P2. Rear wing damage. That'll do it to you. Yeah, you can't drive. You can't drive on this game, especially this track with that. So, very unfortunate there, Witchay. Sean Boy's going to try to get back at Captain America here. He's got the DRS straight going in the 1 and the DRS straight going in the 4. So we'll see what the Haas can do. As Tin Man's not going to be too far behind this battle either. He's approaching a second behind Tin Man, or Red Mask. I said Tin Man. I mean, Tin Man's approaching a second too. So just jumping the gun there. Everything's starting to spread out a little bit. Seems like the battle is going to be right here.
You want action?
Captain America. Well, they're going to give us action sooner rather than later, this pack. So I'll stay here for now as the front 3, well, the front 2, I should say, have pretty much said arrivederci and everything else in any other language possible. I took French in high school, so yeah, we're not in France. We're not speaking France. We're not in Le Castellet like we were in ACC.
It'll be interesting because Red Mask not only has the faster compound than Captain America does, but he's got more fresher tires on Shanpo, so he's in a prime position to take back both of those positions.
Yeah, he is. But when those mediums drop off, he's going to be... It's going to come down to where Red Mask ends up when him and Captain America have to
looks
pit.
like he's going to make a dive down into turn one.
Ooh, he makes it.
Fast.
As Karsten retired, that is out of the S's. And that's a VSC, I believe.
Safety car.
No, it is now a safety car. That got upgraded to a safety car. That's huge. This might... Ooh, this is going to be spicy. This is going to be real spicy now.
This just brought Marsh into switching onto the hards and getting a free pit stop out of it.
Well, of course. All those medium compound runners are going to get a free pit stop out of this. And they, like I said from earlier today, those mediums, if it's a completely fresh set of mediums, it's a stretch, but it can be done on 20 laps.
I'd make it work.
You're a medium tire god. You somehow get a second life on medium tires when they're almost 20 laps old.
Laps in. Yeah.
Like, how do you do it? I don't know, and I never even.
And it makes no sense because I push 100% of the time. Oh no, BK's got a 5-second for collision.
Oh, what?
Right. Oh, it's like I had in Austria, but like
very similar. Very similar to that. And BK is not going to be able to shake that either. He's going to have to pit in order to shake that, so he's going to need another safety car or to get back into it. Captain America did not pit.
I think the interesting strategy
he might be going.
Captain America at the front, that actually would kind of help him with the amount of cars on track. I think. Oh no, because he has to serve it under green flag. Yeah, never mind. I don't know. BK better hope he's got a set of medium or a nice set of mediums.
Oh, BK. Because you know those hards are going to be able to go the distance on Marsh's car. There's no question about that. The big question mark is
how fast.
How fast and what BK can bridge out. Red Mask is on the soft, so he's definitely banking on another safety car. And at this pace, honestly, it might happen.
You know, there was a conversation pre-race towards BK, or towards not BK, towards Red Mask that I had in the group chat, or in the party beforehand, is that if a nice strategy is copy-pasting what I did in Brazil last season, trying to run medium, soft, and bank on a late safety car. Because in his position, he's really got nothing to lose here. He's got no teammate in the running, and he's trying to get as many points as possible. So if he's going to take a shot, he's win or bust at this point. He's try to get as many points as possible.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong about that. So, with these top 10 runners here, I think the magic number is 33 laps for everybody to get a point.
Let's take a trip to the classroom and figure that out.
90% of 36.
Would be 32.4, so it'd be 32 laps if you can get through 30. Or it would be 33, yeah, if you can get through 33 laps.
Yeah, no, you actually 32.4, so just get to lap 33. You get to lap 33, you're classified tonight.
You are classified.
Wow.
I was born in the wrong generation.
Yeah, what the heck is your generation? Gen Z or something?
I would be Gen Z, but I'd be early. Actually, would I be? No, I'd be kind of early to mid Gen Z. But with how I grew up and just like the things that happened around me, I would classify myself as more an early Gen Z over a late mid Gen Z.
I'm a darn millennial.
I ain't with the youths.
Yeah, I'm a darn millennial, so what do you expect? As the safety car is in...
You ruined America, millennial.
Whatever. As the safety car is in this lap, the Alfa Romeo that's behind the Aston Martin is taking the final turn, and we're just waiting for him to go. We're just waiting for the Aston to go. Aston Martin gets a good jump. Captain America is able to hold it for now, but Marsh and BK...
I think BK could honestly, if he's got the retire, he could just milk it to the end and take the brunt of the penalty at the end. I don't know if it's quite. Well, there's a 3-second time penalty. So
yeah, there's that. Now he's gonna have to force it.
I feel like this happened last week, and I feel like I said this exact same thing last week.
This man is getting tired of sitting in P2. I can guarantee you that right now. And I know he's gonna try something absolutely desperately crazy.
Man, if in that situation, I would have taken a dive bomb on Marsh just to see what happens with the faster tire and the penalty.
Yeah, he's going to have to negotiate. Marsh is going to have to negotiate around Captain America once those mediums get up to temp, or those hards get up to temp, rather. Sorry, not mediums. Oh my God, this is oh boy. This is interesting. Oh, Captain America's
going to find his way back around the outside. Oh,
jeez, and he's going to have the inside.
BK's going to get a straight line through it. Oh, BK has placed his car perfectly through that cow section to make a jump on Marsh.
What a move! What a move by BK. Now he should have relative ease getting by Captain America in the one as long as he stays in the slipstream. So
BK
what a power move!
That was Monza double overtake-esque lining yourself car control there. That was putting yourself in a perfect position to make a move and get a better line out of the corner.
To quote-unquote somebody with that, what a move!
What a move!
As BK is going to dive it into turn 4, he's going to retake the lead here. Captain America, oh wow, he's going to have the benefit of Captain America.
Chance. Captain America having worn hards is going to give BK a gap that he needs to pull away.
Oh, no, never mind.
As try to make it overtake.
That forces it.
BK's gone.
Oh, there goes Captain America spun out. BK is now not gone. Captain America, very unfortunate there. I don't know if there was contact in the back of that. I had a terrible camera angle, but that just ruined what could have been a stellar podium for Captain America. We got Gru back here, P3, P4, P5, and P6. With Raptors kind of hanging in there.
He's going to set fastest lap after making an overtake. That's insane.
Oh, wow. 1.5 seconds is now the gap. So he needs to clear 8 seconds currently. If there's another safety car, then he'll at least be able to clear 5 of it, and then he could just hope and pray he could pull off 3 somewhere. But he's going to need a safety car. He's going to need a safety car to come out within the next couple of laps in order to make that work.
No, with the tire advantage, it's possible that he could make this work and gain the 8 seconds. He just have to get a move on now before the tires switch, before the crossover. And bank on no safety car, just get as much time gain as possible. As Marsh is time penalty, so that's going to make BK have an better. God, we're struggling tonight. A much easier chance at gaining that 5-second gap that it is now.
Right. And if he does get the penalty removed, if they do get a safety car and he dives in, it just becomes straight up again. Right now, Gru's on pace. Well, he's still going to be P3, but he's holding up these guys. Tin Man, he's holding up Tin Man, Sean Boy, Arkaka, and Raptors has joined the party as well. So this battle for the last podium spot, as DRS has been enabled here. Tin Man's going to look for a move on the inside here of Gru going in the one.
Be in front of him by the, and yep, he's going to have the gap and be able to slide back onto the racing line.
So Tin Man getting around, and he's going to have DRS for the second part, the second straight as well. So he'll be able to hold on to P3 now. He's going to have to get a move on if he wants to even think about attacking for P2 and P1 here tonight. So Gru is definitely the cork in the bottle of the situation. Sean Boy is going to have to get around him. Gru's definitely thinking about the hards to soft strat. There's no question about it. He's 19 laps on those hards, just like Captain America was. I will say this, though. Not as many penalties as I thought would be, driver-wise.
That's because I think that's just because we're not able to get to worn enough tires where it becomes needed. I think that's Raptors who made this.
It is. I was just highlighting that. I didn't want to cut you off. Raptors makes the spin. He gets out of that train now. He's in P9. It looked like he almost just lost the back end there. He might have wing damage, possibly. As Gru finally says no mas to those hard compound tires, he's going to go on to the mediums, I would presume. And that's he's gonna try the softs. That's 15 laps. That's a stretch and a half. I don't know if he's gonna be able to pull that.
He's banking on a safety car. He's saying the same thing I said with Red Mask or whoever was on those hard tires. He's banking on it. He's saying I'm going to take this chance. As Captain America picks up another 3 seconds, Gru's gonna take this chance and bank on a safety car and get as much out of those soft tires as possible.
I mean, that's a tough ask right now. It's a very tough ask. Believe it or not, and this is gonna sound...
Tin Man's got a shot for P2.
Tin Man's got a shot for P1.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about BK's 8 seconds.
Yeah, he's only 3/10 away. It's an 8.3 second gap, but Severe Scott gets another 3 seconds. That's why I'm like, I'm highlighting Tin Man, and let's see if you pick up on it. And yeah, Tin Man right now, if he could reel these two front runners in, and he stays clean, has a shot at winning tonight. We'll see what happens, though.
Return of the King.
The return of the King. As Raptors again? Raptors again. Demon make it through the S's this time. He is struggling tonight. Don't retire. Do not retire. You can at least get a point as long as you finish 10 more laps.
Captain America comes into a pit, and that's going to move Red Mask up in front of both of them. Both of those pitters. As Gru's back into the pits.
Does he have damage? No. He's just getting... Yeah, he might have just made the wrong call, unfortunately. So that kind of ruins Gru's race. Raptors is coming up behind. I don't think he's going to be able to he might capture Gru. Yeah, he's going to catch up to Gru and possibly overtake him.
Crazy. I think this is BK's race to lose. He's got more ERS and he's gapping Marsh. I know Tin Man's lost a second on almost 2 seconds actually. So it's BK's to lose here.
Oh my God! Raptors spun it again.
BK's using all the ERS down the straight, trying to gain any advantage on Marsh's straight line setup.
I mean, he's got 4.5. He's almost approaching 4.5 seconds now. So, BK, he's got to do it. He's got to take the shot, because if he doesn't, and those mediums start to die off, all Marsh is just going to do is just slowly reel him in, because those hards. As you can see, a little bit of graining actually from this camera angle. Holy wow. Just a little bit of graining, but 4.5 seconds. Sean Boy and Arkaka battling here for P4. Who has the DRS going in? It looks like Arkaka is going to be able to make an attempt, but he might just tuck in. Yeah, Arkaka is just going to tuck in. It seems like Arkaka has actually found his form. He finally got points.
I'm so glad, because those Alpines have looked so good in McLaren last season, at least on pace, on raw pace. We're not able to put one and two together and get some points out of it. So it's great seeing that Alpine up there. So it looks like he's going to try to make an overtake on Sean Boy down in this corner. And he's going to back
he's got
out
to think twice of it.
Probably saving it for the straight. So we can get that DRS. A little DRS action down one of the longest straightaways on the calendar, if not the longest.
I'm pretty sure it is the longest. I mean, it rivals the Korean straight that is a kilometer long. It's ridiculous. And Arcaka does make the move stick without any issues whatsoever, and he's going to have DRS going into 4. So as long as he can keep it neat and tight through 1, 2, and 3 here, he's going to be able to pull away from Sean Boy. And he does just that.
Race update. BK has found himself on the verge of that 5-second mark, and it looks like he's eclipsed it and is just hovering around that 5-second mark.
Yeah, and he's approaching a lap car. He's going to be approaching a car that to get lapped in Raptors, unfortunately. So Raptors' day has just gone from bad to worse.
I mean, in a perfect situation, I think BK snags DRS off of Raptors here. I think he will.
He's going to, because the DRS detection point's right there. He just passed it, so he's going to have DRS.
And he's going to get the invisible slipstream as well.
The
so
invisible.
Won't pick up DRS, but he will get the ghost slipstream, at least down the first straight.
How the heck did he not get DRS? He was definitely there.
BK just drove through Raptors.
Oh no, he drove through Casper, the friendly ghost.
As Cam would say, oh no, my safety rating.
Oh my gosh. I ran through the invisible maple tree. Sorry. BK's having it his way right now.
With BK, have it your way. He rules. When your team's down 30 and just throws in a pick 6.
Oh, Sector 1, Sector 2.
Oh no! I was talking so highly about him and then he spins. No!
He's still holding on right now.
Take a spin in the second sector.
You know, Arcaka's still holding on right now, though. He's still P5. Scott's closing in. So once those tires cool off... Ooh, he almost just lost it there. Yeah, let's highlight this and see what Arcaka does here. Severe Scott's going to have the DRS going down into the stadium. See what he does. He's going to stay back, which is probably the smart thing to do. Just hold on to it. Oh no, he's going to dive it into the hairpin. Very interesting. He makes the move stick though. So Severe Scott's into the top 5. What a move by the Williams to get over the outside of the Alpine, but it may have been too soon. Who got the DRS? And it was Arcaka that got the DRS. But the Williams is starting to pull away. Actually, he did pull away by over a second, so he was able to make that work. As we have another spinner, it's probably, yeah, it is Raptors. Man, his night is just absolutely
unraveling with this team.
I mean, do you call getting a point unraveling though? So as long as he survives, he gets a point out of it. That's about the only positive I could say tonight about that. As BK,
not having a good race.
BK is now at 6.5 seconds. So even with those 2 penalties in play, right now he has a 1.5 seconds to work with. Actually, a 2.3.
No. BK's actually safe regardless, as long as he could hypothetically outpace March on a set of softs, because he's opened up a 16-second gap to Tin Man, which plus his 5-second gap. If everybody else was to fit under a safety car, he'd maintain his P2.
Well, no, right now he can maintain P1 because he's got that 5 seconds that he needs. He's actually a 1.5 seconds over. Well, 6.3, so it'd be 1.3.
No, I'm saying in a hypothetical.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I know what you're trying to say.
Safety car comes out.
If the safety car comes out now, Tin Man is just going to bolt onto the softs, and it's going to be a free pit stop, and Tin Man's going to be on favor for a win. If a safety car comes out.
Yeah, but the pace that BK and Marsh have been showing on the first few laps of a restart, and they'd both only have 3 seconds of time penalty, so they'd just be hoping that Tin Man doesn't get a good start off of the
Jeez.
safety car.
Yeah, BK. I mean, BK
it's still all to play for.
Yeah, D11 Marsh might have something for the latter part of the race, but BK right now, he's holding his own. Tin Man, he's on pace for P3.
And more red mask cursing has put me not in a perfect spot for the challenge, but I do have 2 of 3.
Right. So I just thought of something. Arkaka, all he has to do is just stay with Scott.
Yeah, I just gotta hope that those medium tires are able to push themselves.
Right. So right now, after lap 27, the penalties sit like this. BK does have 8 seconds in time penalties. D11 Marsh has 3 seconds. Severe Scott has 6. Red Mask has 5. Captain America has 6. Everybody else is clean currently. The gap BK needs to maintain the win is 5 seconds. It's now at 7. So he is 2 seconds to the good, approaching 7 laps to go here, 6 laps to go here in Mexico City. Tin Man's 18 seconds behind in P3. Excuse me. That's another almost 6 to Sean Boy. And then this battle going on for P5 and P6 between Severe Scott and Arkaka. However, with that 6 seconds, Scott is Scott's probably going to lose P5 regardless. So P6 might be the best for him tonight. Which in the grand scheme of things, in the rookie battle he has going on with Captain America, I mean, Rookie of the Year honor, he'll be currently ahead of that. So the gap that I'm going to be watching as we approach 7 laps to go here in Mexico is going to be the front gap here. It's still 7 seconds. So when those mediums completely and utterly die off, that'll be the telltale sign how quickly that gap's going to drop. Just checking to see if there's anything going on in the chat. Unfortunately, there is not. Everybody's been quiet tonight. As Red Mask gets a 3-second. Oh my God! Captain America retired, and that's oh my God!
It's a full safety car too, and that's gonna give all those cars back there an even freer pit stop than they would because they're all behind the pit lane.
Red Mask! Oh my God! Red Mask!
Oh my God, Tin Man and Arkaka are in perfect positions right now.
No, Tin Man's not in a perfect position because he literally... Severe Scott gets 5 seconds. Tin Man literally just passed the pit entrance when the safety car came out. So I think Tin Man is actually now in trouble. Because everybody from Sean Boy on back, Sean Boy, Scott, Arkaka, Red Mask, Gru, Raptors, they're all going to go onto the soft compound tires. BK...
Yeah, but what's the gap they have under this? There's so much of a gap. There's a 20-second gap between Tin Man and Sean Boy, and then there's another 10 seconds back to Arkaka. So I think Tin Man will hold on to his position, but Arkaka's looking at a prime position to get some more points.
I mean, I know the gap. I know what you're saying there, but the safety car, it's gonna collect them. Because it's lap 30. you're going to go to lap 32 on the safety car, so you're going to have 5 laps to go. So now tire wear is out the window. I'm pretty sure BK, Marsh, and Tin Man are all going to go onto the softs. Yeah, BK is going onto the softs.
BK opened up enough gap to hold Marsh behind him.
Yeah, Marsh is onto the softs. Tin Man's going to go onto the softs.
We're watching Sean Boys. He's going to come around the final sector to see if he can Lightning McQueen it across the line, jump Tin Man. And
not happening. Not happening.
Get to the line before Tin Man comes out.
Yeah, Tin Man's onto the softs.
BK, Marsh, Tin Man, and Tin Man has put himself in this position to win this race.
Yeah, now I believe the strategy might pay off. If Raptors was well, Raptors is lapped, so he's just going to ghost right away. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do much of anything. Captain America
and Tin Man are going to be sitting 3-4 with penalties in front of them.
Captain America, unfortunately, because of his DNF before lap 32, is not scoring points tonight. So, AM, DNF, lap 30, which means he doesn't score. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, for those in the chat, which is all 8 of you, which probably some of them is probably drivers, get ready for a spicy 5-lap, 6-lap, or yeah, 4 or 5 output shootout here in Mexico City. Did anybody open an order? Did anybody order an open lobby?
Ouch.
Because that might be what we're gonna get.
As long as they can. No, this is it. There's no safety cars the rest of the way.
I'm all in for it. Oh, he's hoping for chaos and calamity.
Things got to go down. BK does relieve his 5-second time penalty in the pit, so he's only down to 3. So he just got to beat Marsh on pace.
Ooh,
that's
huge.
Tin Man and Arcaka behind him are just licking their chops because they got Severe Scott behind him with that 11-second time gap, so they're looking straight ahead.
Oh yeah, they don't have to worry about the 2. They don't have to worry about the 2 cars behind them even. Scott and Red Mask.
This restart is going to be
huge.
The most important part of this race because there is no DRS until lap what's going to be 35. So you gotta take advantage of these 3 laps you have under no DRS.
33, 34, 35. Yeah, you're gonna have 4 shots at DRS. Yeah, you're gonna have 4 shots at DRS. DRS is gonna be 2 to go, and you're not gonna be able to get it until 2/3 of the lap is completed. So you realize
4 shots at DRS. That's gonna be. You gotta take advantage of it when it gets there, but you have to get there first. And
that's the key.
How I know these last 3 lap shootouts can go by first-hand experience. Anybody has a shot right now, minus Raptors, unfortunately. But yeah, anybody from Gru on has a chance at this. A lot can happen in 3 laps.
As we know.
Yeah.
You could have a Death Storm bottle in the safety car restart, literally in the pit lane.
Ouch.
Oh wait, I did that. Season 9, in the rain. Actually, the safety car is staying out. So lap 33, lap 34, you're not going to get you're only going to get 1 shot of DRS.
And it's going to be. You have to get that corner right for it to have any use. It's going to be.
Oh man, this is going to be crazy.
This is a shootout now. There's no help. You're not getting any help on your side. This is a shootout, and there is not 1 car on the lead lap other than BK and Sean Boy. But there's so big of a gap there. There's not going to be any teamwork play going on here.
Absolutely not.
Balls to the walls for 3 straight laps. We are in for it.
So, let's see. 3 laps to go. This time by. Safety car should be in. So, we're going to have a 3-lap shootout sponsored by a Contest of Speed and Fanatec.
Oh, the interesting part. Raptors has not dropped back from the pack. Raptors
Well,
are
he's
still
gonna go.
sitting.
He's gonna ghost. That's the problem.
Still,
So
that creates a gap for those front two guys. Because Tin Man's got to clear the gap between Raptors and Marsh before making any.
if I were Tin Man and Raptors does not ghost, I would use him as a slipstream and try to get himself into that front two. That would be me.
There we go, safety car in. We're looking at the most action-packed final 3 laps of any race this season. I'm calling it now. This is going to be the most action-filled 3 laps you have ever seen in your life.
This is gonna be
Through Abu Dhabi 2021. We are in for it now.
I'm actually kind of nervous. Let's be honest. I'm nervous right now.
It's anybody's to go. Because BK's going to get...
BK's gonna go. He's gonna go now.
BK's gone. He's timed it to perfection. He has calculated it in his mega brain.
Oh man, what a...
All he hears in the background is whopper, 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 whopper. He is off to the races.
Whopper, 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 whopper.
As well as Marsh. Marsh has already picked up a 2.5 gap to Tin Man. So those penalties mean nothing.
Nothing now.
The front two can find a way to fight each other and bring Tin Man back into it.
Yeah, those two. We're gonna have a problem here as Tin Man just kind of got. I think he might have got caught up with the ghosting of Raptors there, unfortunately.
The Raptors car was gonna. You'd think he'd try to get out of the way of his teammate there, but.
Let's see here. So now we're going to turn our attention to the front two, as the gap is only a 1.5 seconds. We're going to have, yeah, it's literally going to be only one shot of DRS, and that's going to be coming through right here on lap 36. So if he can't get anywhere with it, D11 Marsh might, because we know he's got the straight line speed. If he could get there, he might be able to try a shot in the stadium.
He just needs to have a really good exit.
Yeah, that's going to be the key. But BK over here sets the fastest lap of 1:18.6, and Marsh does not answer back. It's now 1.3. This is going to be the lap he needs to answer this lap. Because if he does not set a fastest lap or a faster lap than BK, BK is going to win this race.
Game is lost, actually.
What was that?
Nope, never mind. The game's just the marker between the points are so close together that gains time and then loses it right away and bounces around.
Yeah.
Sir Scott and Red Mask are gonna fight back and forth going down into that turn.
Yeah, he's gonna fall. You know, he's gonna fall. Severe Scott with all those penalties is gonna fall back to P8, but still, it's P8. So honestly, that's not such a bad day for the Williams.
Marsh is actually gonna gain time through that. He's gonna gain all the way into DRS range.
Oh dear. Oh dear. This.
He's gonna have
boy.
one shot at this if he gets it. Is that a 4-car stack at the back?
Yes, it is. I don't want to turn away from the lead here because this might get interesting. As we are rounding the penultimate corner of the penultimate lap here, BK starts lap 36. He is in the lead. It's a 1.3 second gap. There is a yellow through sector 3 in the stadium section. It looked like it was Gru. So Gru falls off the back. That turns into a 3-car kerfluffle. As D11 Marsh needs to throw everything at BK right here, right now to set himself up for that DRS zone and into the stadium. But BK is holding that 1.3 second lead. It's approaching 1.4. Potentially, no, it's going to be 1.4 through the King Care 1.2. Oh my God. I'm nervous for BK right now. All he's got to do is hold it together through the S's, and he is going to win here.
Oh, he's losing time through this section, though.
Scott gets another 3 seconds.
Oh,
that's it. That's it. That's it right
this
there.
Is actually going to put Tin Man in a position to take P2.
Red Mask gets another 3 seconds. Tin Man, oh my gosh. And Red Mask, D11 Marsh he's there. 6.3 BK as BK
Tin
goes
Man's gonna
through.
need a third sector of his life to take this from Mark.
As BK is rounding turn 17 for the final time as the fireworks go off and the confetti falls here in Mexico City. He is finally going to break the jinx. BK is going to take P1. D Marsh is going to take P2. Let's see what Tin Man's going to do. Tin Man's going to take P3. Great run from Tin Man. He's back onto the podium. Arkaka with his best race of the season, P4. Shambly P5. Red Mask P6. Scott will be P7. On track, but he's going to lose that to Gru in penalties, so Gru's going to be P7. Severe Scott's P8. BK finally pulled it off. He finally broke the jinx. Holy moly.
He's done it! He's done it! Aguero!
As Ben in the chat going for his Haas teammate. What a race. What a final couple of laps. And I know BK is... He's...
ecstatic.
Oh,
He's doing the gritty on the podium.
the gritty. If only my Philadelphia Flyers are actually any good, that'd be great. As Haas takes it here in Mexico City. But D11 Marshall on his debut, honestly, I think is very solid. And going into the first sector break, Mr. E. Warren, you are up 4-2 on our podium predictions.
Yes, sir.
Let's go through the order final time here. We got BK P1, D11 Marsh P2, Tin Man P3, Arkaka P4, Seanboy P5, Red Mask P6, Gru P7, Severe Scott P8, Raptors P9, Captain America P10, Karsten Chong P11, with P12, and Black Hammer P13. Let's get, we got to get Tin Man, we got to get BK.
To pick up Arkaka as well?
No, to D11 Marsh. I won't do 4 tonight, but Arkaka definitely does get an honorable mention there. Great showing from him as of late, though, with the form of Alpine. So he's getting solid points. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, we need to get D11 Marsh into the. It's all caps.
Tin Man, what's good?
Not much, man. Great restart.
Oh, thanks.
I didn't even see you go. I was like, and then I looked at the thing on the straight. I'm like, 3 seconds ahead. That's penalty to us. They're gone. I was like, there goes my chance before I even had it.
All
That
right.
was not El Plan, as they say.
So let's go with this real quick. I'm just waiting to see if D11 Marsh will join us into the podium interviews here. Virtual showroom. We don't need the preview yet. While I'm waiting for D11 Marsh, Tin Man. Very familiar scenes from last season. Welcome back, and welcome back to a podium here in AM3. I know you had a little bit. I know you had a little bit of a chaotic race on your end, but up until that restart, you set yourself up in perfect position, staying clean. And talk us through the restart. Were you trying to see if you could get a draft off of Raptors and try to slingshot it, or what were you just trying to do?
No, my screen, he was ghosted anyhow, because I guess he's lap car. So, and when we were in that corner, I expected him to go, but it's really hard to tell when he's going in that corner, like to me. So I never can really tell. I was just kind of going for the best guess. And I'm like, yep, they're going. And I looked at forward, and I'm like, yeah, he's gone. I'm probably gonna get just P3 here, but I'm okay with that. He just took up like a rocket ship. I don't know. He timed it perfect. Like, he just teaching me the ways, BK.
He's BK. let's see. I don't think we're going to be able to get D11 Marsh in for an interview in his debut race, which is unfortunate. However, again, great job, Tin Man. And as I said in the chat in the stream earlier, we got to see what's going on. I will get back to you on that one. I'll do that. I'll do that through DMs for you. But BK, you finally broke the jinx.
He's done it.
I did it. I did it.
The points leader finally breaks the jinx of P2s and wins a race.
Who needs P2 when he can have P1?
Tell me about it. I know D Marsh was pretty fast early going, and then when the changeover happened, because you were on the slower compound, and I know those mediums had to start falling away. Your game plan pretty much changed at that point. It was trying to gap him as much as you can. Then you had the incident with the 5 seconds in the pit lane. What was going through your head after that point?
I sure hope I recorded this because that's a bullshit penalty is what I was thinking. But no, I like barely touched him, so I was surprised that I didn't even think I touched him. So surprised to get it, and I didn't think I was gonna have to take it, but the safety car came out, so luckily I had the 5 seconds by then to be able to pit and stay ahead.
Oh man, but no, you had the 5 seconds, and that late safety car, you were able to eliminate it and stay ahead too. So with him having that 3 seconds, it was basically just on merit and on pace. After that safety, when you had that last safety car, what was going through your head?
I was pretty upset when it first came out, not gonna lie, because I was just gonna run those mediums to the end, but luckily got a good restart in the sector 3 there. I was backing up the pack as much as I could because I knew I needed the jump before the straight. But yeah, no, it was a fun race. Finally cracked the poor streak.
You didn't just jump before the straight. You jumped literally out of the stadium. I don't think Morris was expecting that move, and quite honestly, I don't think myself or Warren were either.
I sure as hell wasn't. I mean, heck.
Oh yeah, that was the plan the whole time. I was watching the safety
keep that in
car.
mind for tomorrow night if I'm in the position to restart a race.
Yeah, we know now what to do. But no, I kind of expected you to try that medium strat because of what happened in EU3. Somebody did try to stretch at 26 laps. He did fall a lap short. But that was a master stroke of a restart. And congratulations on your first win of the season. It's been a while.
Season 9, baby, first one in 2 seasons, so feels good for sure. Yeah, definitely make a statement before the break as well.
Yeah. Warren, you have any questions for our two?
I don't. It was kind of written as it's supposed to, unfortunately. It kind of just was not the exciting finish that I quite wanted. But we could have had a little bit more, but it's still great race from both of you guys, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, as I do every week. So yeah.
Well,
For the comms, boys.
Anytime. With that being said, E. Warren for Tin Man, for with Jay and the rest of the AM3 gang, I am Deathstorm, and we will be seeing you in 2 weeks when we race around Le Castellet in France. Join myself and E. Warren tomorrow night in AM2 as well. AM1 later on in the week and ACC on Thursday. Good night here from Mexico City.